Before we dive into this one, don't forget, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to UK Now. Trust me, you'll want to stay tuned for these fiery exchanges coming straight out of Westminster. Now, imagine the scene. A brand new Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, barely settled into her role, and already she's in the hot seat. Lord Anderson cuts straight to the chase. What exactly does the government want to change about the European Convention on Human Rights? Are we talking tweaks, reforms, or something far more radical? The Lord Chancellor steps in with a diplomatic tone. He insists Britain still supports the convention, that the government stands by the independence of the European Court of Human Rights, but he quickly adds that this 75-year-old treaty might need, let's say, a little modernization, especially when it comes to challenges like mass migration and deporting foreign offenders. He makes it sound like Britain isn't the only one raising eyebrows. Denmark, Italy, and others are apparently itching to have this conversation too. So the UK wants to be seen not as a rebel, but as a leader in shaping the debate. Still, there's a careful balancing act here, reassuring allies that we're not tearing the whole thing up, while also whispering to the domestic audience that yes, reform is firmly on the table. Then comes the kicker. When pressed about whether reforms might actually mean rewriting parts of the convention or simply issuing political declarations like in the past, the Lord Chancellor doesn't rule anything out. In his words, if you want the ECHR to last another 75 years, you don't start by taking things off the table. And just as things get tense, Lady Andrews raises the big moral test. Can Britain really defend human rights under the pressure of mass migration and shifting geopolitics? The Lord Chancellor's reply is cautious optimism, saying, yes, that's the government's goal, but warning that if true supporters don't lead the conversation, then those who want to rip up the convention entirely will. Finally, another peer asks the blunt question many have been whispering. Are we leaving the ECHR altogether? The answer, no. The government's position, he insists, is the direct opposite. Leaving would put Britain in the same club as Russia and Belarus. Not exactly the neighbours Westminster wants. But here's the twist. He admits many European colleagues think Britain has already gone too far in how strictly it applies the rules, and that maybe the real problem isn't Strasbourg at all, but our very own domestic legislation. So here we are, a government promising reform, a Europe willing to talk, and a public left wondering, is this about safeguarding rights or shifting the goalposts to tighten migration rules? What do you think? Is this smart political leadership or a dangerous gamble with Britain's place in Europe's human rights system? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading through them. And don't forget, smash that like and subscribe so you don't miss the next big moment in Parliament right here on UK Now.